What's up, y'all? Okay, so I know this is not the scene that you're used to. I know that y'all are gonna be hearing a lot of background noise right now, okay? So don't come for me. I have to film this outside and everything is happening, and obviously I need light, which means that's what's gonna happen. So just bear with me. Also, don't mind my background, okay? Just act like it's not there. Focus on me.
Cause it led you to break my trust, break my trust. Nothing was enough, so it led you to break my trust.
Hi, my people. Did you miss me? I miss you guys so much. I'm so sorry. I have no excuse as to why I haven't been putting out videos. I have so many videos that are sitting on my computer. I just haven't put them out. My bad, y'all. My bad. I'll do better one day. I'll do better. Anyway, I'm here to just basically give y'all a quick update and a how-to. So, if you don't already know, I am currently here in the island of Grenada, which is a southeastern Caribbean island, north of Trinidad, south of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. If you don't know where it is, there's a picture. That's where it is. That is where St. George's University is located. That's where I would be had the pandemonium not started last year. So I decided at the end of last semester that I was gonna move out here, and that's what I did. So a lot of people have been asking me, oh my gosh, how did you do it? What was the process like? So I'm gonna give you guys a quick rundown of how this process went for me. So I did a few things. Number one, I had to find a place to live, right? Did a few things to find the place that I'm obviously currently at. I looked on a few of the SGU Facebook pages that are for students that are for off-campus housing. So if you are an SGU student and you want to know what those websites are, you can definitely hit me up personally, but I'm not gonna put it out here on blast for the worldwide net. And I asked a few friends, asked around, and I ended up finding this place through a friend. Shout out to her, because love this place. I just don't get why people have to listen to their music so loud. Like, if y'all understood how high up I am, I should not be able to hear their music that clearly. Anyway, back to the video. Actually, before I found a place, I looked at my budget, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to you. I looked at my budget. I looked at how much it would cost to pay rent, buy food, transportation if needed, any other little things. I put all of that together, all my little bills, to see if I could afford to do this. Number one, I looked at my budget. Number two, I found a place to live. After I found a place to live and I signed the, really? It doesn't want me to break. We're gonna let that sign pass. So yeah, after I did step number two of finding a place to live and signing the lease, I decided to start making a list of things that I needed, that I would ship in a barrel, like, household things, other things like that. And I shipped a barrel. Now that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. But basically, I packed up 2 barrels, packed 2 big suitcases, one carry-on suitcase, I think is what it's called, and a duffel bag was my personal bag. I had a lot of stuff, okay? I had a lot of stuff. Everything else was following COVID restrictions. So there was the process of getting PCR tested 72 hours before traveling, filling out the Pure Safe Travel authorization in order to be approved to enter Grenada, having a hotel stay. I think you have to book it for 7 days at a approved government stay, and all of these things can be found on the Grenadian Ministry of Health website. I'll write the name of it down right here. It's covid19.gov.gd. So you can find all the information of what's required for quarantining and the process like that. And if you're traveling with children, or I think there are a few other exceptions where you will be able to home quarantine. So there's that process. You have to have all of these things in order to get checked into your flight. So I know that we're used to checking in online, but because of COVID and due to all of the things that they have to check, you're not able to check in online, get to the airport with enough time that they can check all of these documents to ensure that you have everything that's needed in order for you to get on the plane. Once you get to Grenada, you then have to provide all of this proof again. The rest of the process after that, when you get to the airport, they'll notify you that you will have to remain in quarantine for at least 7 days. The Ministry of Health will come to wherever you are and they will test you on day 5. You will receive your results on day 7. And if you are negative, then you are free to enjoy the country safely. And if you test positive, then you are then to quarantine for the full 14 days. A caveat to that, which I did not personally go through, but someone I know went through, is that if you test negative, but someone on the plane that you came in on tests positive, you will still have to remain in isolation for the full 14 days, and you will have to be tested a second time before you can be released from quarantine. So just keep all of that in mind when it comes to traveling to Grenada. Other than that, once you're here, everything is, almost life as normal besides face masks. The protocols are pretty strict. When I first came in February, there was a curfew of 10 p.m. It was recently moved to midnight. I already forgot what I was saying. What was I saying, y'all? Oh yeah, so everything is closed by midnight. Honestly, it's closed way before that, but you shouldn't be on the road after midnight. And when you're entering any facility, you are required to wear a mask. You have to sanitize before entering, and you have to sign in with your temperature that they took, your name, your address, and a phone number. So that is how that process works. So every time I go grocery shopping, that's how it works. Every time I walk into, a nail salon, the bank, anything like that, that's how that process works. I feel like I made it seem simpler than it really is, but it really wasn't that hard. It was just doing my research to know, like, hey, I can afford this place, I can do this, and then, executing. Okay, so once you get to Grenada and you've gone through this entire process, remember I told you about government quarantine facilities. So SGU for students, SGU is an approved facility and you can quarantine at SGU and they will test you and the whole 9 yards. But you cannot live there. So once you leave quarantine, you cannot stay on campus. But you are able to visit campus. You are able to go on campus. The open study areas are open. The gym is open. The process for that. So if you were tested on campus, so you quarantined at SGU, you were tested at SGU, you'll receive 2 barcodes and then you'll receive a welcome email stating that you are approved to now enter campus and you will get a physical student ID. However, if you choose not to quarantine at SGU for whatever reason, which I didn't quarantine at SGU, so I can walk you through that process, you are required to be tested by SGU. Currently, they only do testing on Wednesdays, so once a week, so you have to make sure that, it works out in that schedule and you can't enter campus until you've been tested. So you will go to security, you will let them know that you are coming to get tested, which usually happens Wednesday morning from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Once you're tested, you'll receive a barcode. Usually by the end of that day, you'll get an email stating your results. Then you'll get a second email from, I think, someone in DOS, basically saying, congrats, you tested negative, welcome to St. George's. And they will tell you when you can pick up your physical student ID, and every time that you are going to go on campus, you will have to put those 2 barcodes that you got when you were tested on. They'll have to be on your student ID, and you will present that student ID with both of those barcodes, as well as they have SGU Safe app. I'll put an image of what the app looks like right there. And you'll basically have to fill out that self-assessment. And as long as you're good, it'll give you a green barcode, and you'll have to present that green barcode on top of your SGU ID with the 2 barcodes. And that's the process of getting on campus. When you're looking for a place, make sure you look for a place that's on the SGU bus route. You know, if it's more than a 2-minute walk, you probably don't want it. It's flipped for that. The SGU bus is free. It runs from 3 or 4 locations. So there's a route from SGU to IGA. There's a route from SGU to Lanzapine. There's a route from SGU to Montu. And there's a route from SGU to Point Celine. So those are the routes. So just when you're thinking about places, keep those places in mind. I hope you guys learned something from this. If you're gonna ask me, should you do it? I say hell yeah. I think you should absolutely do it as a student. I think you will truly appreciate coming here. But if you don't even move here, just come visit. You can't say you went to SGU and you've never stepped foot on the campus. Just come visit. Just come visit, okay? And I'm gonna insert some clips of places that I've been to so you can see the beauty of Grenada itself.
This.
Yeah.
Look at that beauty. Guess who finally made it to the beach? I've been busy, but I finally made it. Ooh!
Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you all are staying safe. Make sure you're wearing your mask, you're washing your hands or sanitizing. Until then, peace. I mean, come on now. Why wouldn't you want to go to Grenada? Look at this view, okay? Look at this view.
Why you gotta break my trust? You didn't have to.